After a rather slow start to the day, things are really starting to hot up in the Asian Games. And also when you look at the Cricket World Cup preparations, there seems to be a damp squib and the spectre of rain looming around each and every time. Because remember, yesterday when you look at the World Cup warm-ups, some teams had a bit of an advantage, the others just didn't get any time of game. So, what is the weather going to play and what role is the weather going to play when you look at the build-up to the World Cup? But in the Asian Games in Guangzhou, today you could see a bounty full of medals coming India's way here because athletics events have started. And on top of that, yesterday's historical achievements have meant that India could win more medals in the coming days. We are well on course at this point. If this trend continues, we are well on course to beat the mark of 70 set at Jakarta, Palembang. 100, well, then you'll have to maintain it until 7th of October. Because you're already reaching 50 medals today. Can they get to 100? Half the journey is done in the first week itself. Can they do it in the next week also? Because this is the last week of the Asian Games and we are building it up in a big way. But before I come to the Asian Games, I'll just take you to the roundup as to what has happened in the world of cricket. Because the Pakistan cricket team, after their game against New Zealand, had a good day out in Hyderabad. They went to this particular place called Jewel of Nizam that is located somewhere around the Masab Tank area in Hyderabad. There they enjoyed the cuisine there and they were admiring all the paintings. It's a very posh hotel that is there at that point in time in Hyderabad. So, Pakistan team under security and all the other things, they were seen having fun in Hyderabad. Remember, there is no problem of safety and security at this point in time from the Dushman Mulk that Pakistan's cricket board chairman has referred to. There is a lot of things that is happening at this point which is making Pakistan feel very comfortable in Hyderabad. Yes, the security cordon is tight. Entire hotel floor has been dedicated to them, separate lifts. There is fire brigade, ambulances, security. They accompany the Pakistan team everywhere they go. But they are enjoying their time out in Hyderabad. The visuals are there and everything else is there. So, kudos to the security establishment for ensuring Pakistan's cricket team gets a lot of security despite what the PCB has called India as a Dushman Mulk in that sense. Today, on the sidelines of what is happening, a very small event but a rather significant event is happening in the domestic circuit, and that is rest of India taking on Saurashtra in the Irani Trophy. Now remember, because of the COVID situation, you're playing back-to-back Irani trophies at this time. Madhya Pradesh versus rest of India, you saw rest of India dominate. Saurashtra, on the other hand, can they do the double? Having won the Ranji Trophy, can they do the double? And Cheteshwar Pujara is back. Remember, Pujara has been a stalwart for a very long time, and one feels that this is one more go at Irani glory for Cheteshwar Pujara. Will he feature for India in South Africa? That remains to be seen now, because after the World Cup, maybe India are looking into a new era, and that's why it is going to be very important for Cheteshwar Pujara to make a statement in the Irani Trophy. He takes a hat-trick, but yet the game is called off. Mitchell Starc, in the brief exhibition that he gave in Thiruvananthapuram against the Netherlands, showed why he is one of the greatest bowlers in this time in white ball cricket, because Starc's hat-trick included a LBW and 2 bowled, and that too classic Mitchell Starc, incoming delivery at pace. The Netherlands batters just had no clue. In a 23-over game at Thiruvananthapuram, Australia managed 166. Netherlands were reeling at 65 for 6 when the rain came yet again and the players had to walk off. So, despite the hat-trick, no result. It at least provided some bit of action. Steve Smith at the top of the order managed a 55. Mitchell Starc got some game time. All the others, Mitchell Marsh also got some game time. But that was just about it. No result. India-England, on the other hand, in Barsapara was washed off even without a ball being bowled. And the weather for Thiruvananthapuram at this point in time is woeful. Even on 3rd, the weather is not that great. So one hopes that Australia, India and all get significant amount of game time, because remember, they are building up for the October 8th game that will happen in Chennai, which by the way, we hope that the rain stays away at that point as well. Now, entire attention is to the Asian Games, and already shooting has once again hit the bullseye in the trap event. In the men's team event, it was Kainan Chennai, Zorawar Singh, and also you looked at Prithviraj, who secured the gold medal in the team event. This was India's 7th gold medal, and it once again swelled India's tally. We are now crossed 20 medals overall in shooting, which is our best ever performance in the history of the Asian Games. And not just that, Manisha Keer and all the others, Preeti, and in the women's team event, they secured the silver medal. And Manisha Keer has qualified for the individual trap event that will be held at 11:30 a.m. Then, this is why shooting today is the final day. You may probably end up with 22 or 23 medals, which is their best ever in the history of the Asiad. Aditi Ashok. Maybe the disappointing thing about today was Aditi Ashok and the way how she botched up a 7-stroke lead. 4 rounds, Aditi Ashok and Team India were on top. Both Aditi and Team India. But hole number 15 and hole number 16, the bogey and the double bogey ensured that Aditi Ashok squandered a 7-stroke lead, and her Thai golfer ensured that she got the gold, and Aditi Ashok had to settle for a very disappointing silver. It would be disappointing because the youngsters set such high standards. It happened to her even in Tokyo. She was in medal contention right till the very end, but she botched it up, and unfortunately she managed to end 4th. But she had captured the imagination with the way how she had played. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be. Aditi Ashok ended with silver, but history was created. First female golfer to win a medal in the Asiad. So that is one notable achievement, but she would be bitterly disappointed knowing Aditi Ashok that she has missed out on a chance of gold. But prior to that disappointment, there was a bigger disappointment in the fact that in the 200-meter race, Jyoti Yaraji failed to qualify for the final. But in the 100-meter hurdles, she's there, she's in the final, and one hopes that she can get a medal in athletics for India. Because remember, after shooting, athletics is the one discipline that has always given India some good hopes in the Asian Games at least. In the Olympics is a different story. India have never won that many individual medals in athletics, barring Neeraj Chopra. But here in the Asian Games, you can expect a good haul. Jyoti Yaraji may have not qualified for the 200 meters, but she's there in the 100-meter hurdle race at least, which is going to happen today evening. Swapna Parman. Now, after 6 events in the heptathlon event, she is there in the number 4th position with only one more event remaining. If she can crawl back into contention, she can at least secure herself of a bronze medal. Because remember, between number 3 and number 4, there is not much of a gap in the overall points tally. So Swapna Parman, after a rather disappointing show in the long jump and in the javelin, she is still somehow hanging in there. But unfortunately now, with only one event to go, that seems to be the bronze medal and silver medal chances are slipping away slightly for Swapna Parman. We hope that she can make a comeback in the evening session. Today there is the men's team event, and India are taking on China for the gold, and they are one of the favorites for the gold, by the way, because China in the men's category sometimes tend to falter in finals. But remember, India will be without the services of HS Pranoy. Pranoy unfortunately is reported to have suffered an injury, and because of that Mithun Manjunath will replace HS Pranoy. Remember, Lakshya Sen, Kidambi and Satvik Sairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty, these 3 individuals hold the key. Remember, in the game against Korea, Lakshya Sen and Kidambi Srikanth along with HS Pranoy won their singles. It was the doubles that let them down. If Satvik Sairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty can hold on along with Kidambi and Lakshya Sen, India would have gotten the gold medal, and it would be a historic feat for men's badminton, because 37 years later, India are in medal contention, but for the first time in their history, the men's team have reached the final. But without HS Pranoy, it's a rather big blow for India in their medal quest in that sense. After the men dominated Pakistan, it is a turn of India women's team today. They will take on South Korea, and one hopes after the good start they maintain the momentum. But South Korea is not an easy team to beat in the women's section as well. So India versus South Korea in the women's section. We hope our India women's team can continue the great charge. Today, all eyes will be on the 3000 meter steeplechase event, where Avinash Sable is involved. Sable got through to the final, and one will be hoping that he can overcome the disappointment that was there in the World Athletics Championships in Budapest. Remember, Avinash Sable was actually leading for some part of the race, but then he could not judge where he had to pace his run, and that is where he lost out. You could see how visibly emotional and hurt he was after he got eliminated in Budapest. This Asiad now offers him a chance to ensure that he can recover. It's all starting from 4:30 p.m. IST onwards. All the athletics finals from 4:30 to 5 o'clock onwards in the evening, you'll all start. Now in the Asian Games, morning action will be little, evening action will be far more. So that is the current situation when it comes to the Asian Games. So a big medals tally is expected today. The major events are Avinash Sable, Jyoti Yaraji. Even in shot put, you have Tajinder Pal Singh Toor, and you also have the men's team badminton event. Now at 11:30 a.m. the trap shooting individual final will be held. Manisha Keer has already qualified. Kainan Chennai has already qualified in the men's section. There was a shoot off between 8 shooters for the remaining 5 spots rather. So we'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and don't forget to download the SportsTalk mobile app. Bye bye.